Hello guys, this is Twiz here, and today we're back in my test world. Been doing a lot of videos here lately. I've just been loving the 1.8 mechanics with the slime blocks and all the new redstone features added, and it's just been really fun here. I've never been this involved in redstone in my entire time playing Minecraft, and I've been playing for a couple of years now, and it's just really exciting. I've just come up with a bunch of designs also. I was working on a mob shooter design over there, and I don't know, I'm just going crazy right now, guys. Yeah, so last time we looked at the wheat, potato, and carrot farm, and I said I was going to make a tutorial on it, so that's what this video is. You could probably tell by the title. But I also did a little work with compacting the redstone. I did a little bit of compacting here. Let me get my hotbar back. And the redstone was originally out to like here, I think. So I compacted it a lot. Let's just get rid of this wall. Yeah. So the input's right here, but the input can really be right here. So the input's here and triggers a clock, which powers that dispenser repeatedly. And then the signal also carries down here, which triggers this redstone torch, which turns off this repeater, which turns on this redstone torch, which starts this clock, which powers this piston on and off, and pushes the slime blocks, and that's what pushes the soil. So I compacted that quite a bit, but then I thought I'd build it up in the sky so that it was a bit clearer for you guys to see, and I ended up compacting it a bit more. And the finished product is this. And I actually sort of changed the design a little bit too. So let me just turn it on. It's very, very compact. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 4 by 5. This was a lot bigger than 4 by 5. Of course, this doesn't include all the walls and stuff that you can add around or the storage system, but the main component of this farm is 4 by 5, so it's pretty small. And yeah, let me just show you it once again. Let's get some carrots as a test. Do I have bone meal in there? No. Need some bone meal. You can also hook up a hopper right here with a chest above for the bone meal supply. And so let's put some bone meal in there for now. And hold down right click. Still works just as well, even a little bit better. The redstone's a lot more compact, and yeah, so this is the final design that I've come up with. Let's go ahead and turn it off. The noise is also a little bit less annoying. You guys can't hear it in the video, but if you build this, you'll hear it. It goes 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it stops once the slime blocks hit here, because this torch stays on. That's just, I didn't even plan for that. It's just what happened when I compacted the redstone, and I like it a lot better now. So I'm going to get on with the explanation of the redstone, and then we'll move on to the tutorial. Okay guys, so on to the explanation. Our input is right here, and we have our lever to control it right here, which turns the design on and off, and this input line can be stretched to anywhere you want. You can go all the way to the left, up in the air, on the ground, to the right, whatever you want. In this design, I stretched it to the front of the building where I have my control lever. You guys can do that if you want for this design, but yeah. So let's get on to the explanation. The input line powers this comparator clock, which is a really, really fast comparator clock, which rapidly dispenses the bone meal from this dispenser. And while that is happening, the input also powers this repeater, which powers this piece of redstone, which powers this block, which turns off this torch, which turns off this redstone dust, which turns on this torch, which starts this clock. Now, the key to this is that these two repeaters have to be on maximum tick, or else the slime blocks will push the soil before the crops have finished growing, and that's just no good because you won't get a surplus of crops. You'll just get the crops that you originally planted. And as this clock is going on, this torch goes up to this furnace, and now this is very important. This has to be a furnace or any other block that can't be moved by slime blocks, but you can also place redstone on. That's very, very important because this design will not function without it. And then that turns on this torch, which powers this piece of redstone, which powers this piston. And yeah, so let's look at it in action once again. And you can see that the way that this only dispenses 4 at a time before the slime blocks cover it and it stops dispensing is that when this slime block moves, this part is no longer being powered, and so, or this part is no longer being powered, which turns this torch on, which locks the clock and stops the dispenser. So that's sort of the mechanics behind that design, and also behind the locking system that I unintentionally put into the design, but I still like it a lot. It works really well. And so that's it for the explanation. If you have any questions, make sure to post them in the comments, and I will try and answer them as soon as I can. And yeah, oh, we can even remove this block to make it more compact. I didn't even realize that. But yeah, without further ado, let's get on to the tutorial. Alright, so to start this design, you're going to want to place a piece of dirt down and then put your water source block next to it and make sure that all sides of it are covered. And on the left side, or if you're facing it, it's going to be the right side, but if you're looking at it like this, it's the left side. You're going to put a furnace there because that's the block that can't be moved by the slime blocks, but you can also place redstone on, which is very important. And then you're going to want to get some slime blocks. You only need 2, and place those both there with the piston facing towards it like that. And then after that, you can get your dispenser and place it above that source block. After you have done that bit, make a 4x4 grid next to your furnace and put 1 block out. This is your input, so like I said before, you can stretch this as far as you want. Comparator here, make sure it is on subtraction mode. That is also very important. Redstone dust in a 4x4 grid like that. Block here, and then redstone dust going up like that. And that is our comparator clock done. After you have done that bit, go below your design a little and place a block diagonally down from the torch with a repeater on it, or the lever I mean, not the torch. And then a filler block there, and then a block on top and a block on the bottom, and this is where we'll put our redstone dust. And then on the side of that redstone dust, place a torch with the torch facing inwards, and now a piece of redstone dust exactly 2 blocks away with a torch on the side of it. Now we can work on building the next clock. So make an L-shaped like that. You don't need this block. And then 1 block here and a block on top, and then you can go ahead and remove that block. And then repeater here next to the torch on maximum delay, very important. Another there also on maximum delay, and a piece of redstone dust there. Now we can move on to the torch tower, which will power our piston. So we can go ahead and put a torch on top of that block, a torch on top of the furnace, and then a block on top of the torch, and then a block here, block there, and a piece of redstone dust right there. And that is our design done for us. So let's take a look at it, see if it works. Looks pretty good. Yep. So that concludes our design. I really hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to leave a like if you liked it, and if you really liked it, make sure to subscribe. And this has been Twiz, and I'm out. I'll see you later.